Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2020 HBO Max original show, Love Life. This stars Anna Kendrick. A slew of other people are in this. First season is 10 episodes long. It takes place over an 8-year time period, so it starts out in 2012 and then we end in 2020. Corona is not a part of this, obviously, because this came out way before Corona was a thing, so like the ending should have had masks, but it doesn't. And it's fine. It's fine because this is fiction. But, yo, bro, whoa. I watched this because Anna Kendrick's in it, right? We've been on an Anna Kendrick binge. This is the last Anna Kendrick project that we're going to talk about for a while. We're going to dive into other stuff. But I did not expect to save the best for last, honestly. I am so in awe of how this was put together. It's 10 episodes long. They're like 37 minutes long each, give or take. And to have 8 years of story in 10 episodes, how? How did they do this? Sam Boyd created this. He's one of the executive producers. He directed, I think, all the episodes. But we're gonna talk spoilers because I am just so amazed at this concept. Now, I've said this numerous times. One of my favorite movies of all time, hands down, is What's Your Number? Came out in 2010. Stars Chris Evans and oh my god, why am I forgetting her name? Anna. She's from the Scary Movie movies. She was in Mom for quite some time. It'll come back to me. Oh, I'm a terrible person. I can't remember her name. She's hysterical, and I love her. And she's the star of this movie. It's gone. It'll come back. Anyway, so in the premise of that movie, What's Your Number? It's how many like people do you sleep with until you find your true love, kind of thing, right? And according to this Harvard study in this magazine that, Allie, the character, is reading, she is, I think the number was like, what was it? 7.5 or something like that. And she's like, very high up there. She's very high up there. And so like she's revisiting past love interests, guys that she slept with, to see if like she already had what is it, like she already found her true love. Like she can't go past 20, so she's already at 19. So according to the study, the next person she sleeps with will have to be your husband. So she has to go back and revisit to see if the guys have changed and things like that, right? So we're getting little backstories of like when she dated this guy and who she was when she was with this guy and where they were and things like that. Hysterical. It's a perfect movie, and I can't remember her name, and I feel like an idiot. It's been a long day. Long day. So this show, Love Life, kind of branches on that, but it shows the actual relationships of these characters. She starts out dating this guy, Augie, who is awesome. And then they break up, and then she's with this other guy, and then she's with this other guy. I think episode 3, she was with Two Phones Danny, something like that. That guy was awesome. The guy who played Two Phones Danny, or Danny Two Phones, what's his name? Gus something? I actually looked it up. He doesn't have social media, but I think his first name is Gus. He was awesome. Like, he was really cool. Like, I really enjoyed his character, but I loved Augie's character too. And then there was this guy, Magnus, who she dated, and then she married him, and then they divorced, and that was a 2-episode thing for quite some time. And this guy was an asshole, but like his name's Magnus, and like I'm a big fan of Rick Riordan's books. So Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, that whole series, that's all I could think about. And I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, you are not a Magnus, sir. You are not a Magnus. Then we had a flashback of when she was in high school. She was at a boarding school, and she was hooking up with, or making out with, this kid Luke, who is played by Griffin Gluck, of all people. Our main man Griff plays his character Luke. I had no idea he was in this. I honestly had no idea he was in this. I'm embarrassed to say I had no idea. I'm embarrassed a lot during this interview, during this review. but he was awesome, and that backstory was great. And then we go into other characters, and we're back to Augie again. And the episode 8 was about her mom, and episode 9 was about her friend Sarah and their struggles and stuff like that, and why their love lives are weird, and like why they don't love themselves, and all of these different things. And like we at the end we have, you know, Anna's character of Darby and Augie having a kid together, but they're not getting married because they amicably have split. But they're amazing co-parents. And then you have Grant at the very end, who happens to be her partner, the person she's going to spend the rest of her life with, but she doesn't know it yet. And there's a British narrator telling us all this as we go throughout. But Grant's great with Theo, the child that Darby and Augie have together, and we meet at Sarah's wedding after she's with Jim. I love Jim. He was such a cool guy. We loved Jim, and the other roommates were great. It's just the funny part. What the hell's his name? Kingsley? I think Kingsley. I forget his last name. He plays Grant, but he and Anna were partners in crime in Disney Plus's original film Noelle. That Kingsley played a private investigator who Anna's character of Noelle is trying to find her brother Nick to go back to the North Pole and be Santa Claus. So again, I love watching actors who work well together do other projects together. So to have the two of them be pseudo love interests in 2019's Disney Plus's original film Noelle, and then have them as future love interests in 2020's HBO Max's original show Love Live, freaked the freak out. I freaked the freak out. Danny Two Phones was awesome. Luke was awesome. Augie was awesome. The whole cast was awesome. And Hope Davis as Anna's mom, beautiful. The scene of the two of them at the mattress store with her brother Hunter, like, so cool. There were so many funny moments in this show, and then so many like real moments. I did not expect the level of authenticity when it showed co-parenting, of not having to be married to your child's other parent. Brilliant. Keep it modern. This is a millennial story. It's so scary how perfect a millennial Anna Kendrick portrays, because she's a millennial. I think she's 35. I think she's 35. I'm blown away by this show. I don't get blown away very often, but this took me by surprise. Honestly, I didn't have expectations for it. So because I didn't have any expectations for it, I had no idea what it was about. I was only watching it because Anna Kendrick's in it. Incredible. I cannot wait for season 2. I think it was slated. Yeah. Let's see what we talk about next. Mucho mahalo.